Yeah.
60 seconds.
Less here.
Has the automatic premature been recalibrated?
That's a Roger.
Can somebody please
That's just lovely. Who's got the duct tape?
That's all I can stand.
Never mind, just use the backup, all right?
Celebrity voice impersonated.
Okay, let's get a move on, people.
So I say to him, man, John Paul, sometimes when you go on like that, hell is just being in a room with you.
Hello, people of the planet Earth. My name's Raoul. Why don't you tell me how many people we have playing today? Flying solo. Put your flaps up and type in your name.
That's all I can stand, because I can't stand no more.
Celebrity voice.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I also need to know if you have plans for a 21-question game or a 7-question game.
Sometimes when you go on like that, hell is just being
Thank you.
with you.
30 seconds.
You have the letter B as your buzzer. That's B as in bye-bye.
Can we clear the set, please?
20 seconds.
Ooh, all right, listen up. Soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in. Then you have to hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. Got that?
10 seconds.
Good luck.
9.
Okay,
8,
lose the desktop.
6.
And
5,
go to black.
Mama's
4,
Pride Fresh
3.
Breast.
Stand by.
Baby yourself with Mama's Pride.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see ya. Yada, yada, yada. Well, all right, that's out of the way. I see you're doing your Han Solo impersonation there. Solo, get it? Yeah. Okay, I need a category.
For the enjoyment of everyone during question 1, please, no unnecessary talking.
Shh. Now showing synthetic breasts and high standards. $3,000 for this one. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Sure, you're the worldly type, but you draw the line at dating non-humans. Because her character is the only human listed, which woman is the only one you'd want to take to the movies? Sean Young in Blade Runner, Dorothy Stratton in Galaxina, Melanie Griffith in Cherry 2000, or Bernadette Peters in Heart Peeps? Nope, in Blade Runner, Sean Young's character finds out she's a replicant. Don't you hate when that happens? Let me show you what someone smart would have picked. Melanie Griffith plays a real woman in Cherry 2000. You know, a real woman, the kind that has an awesome body, perfect hair and teeth, and flawless makeup, all while living in a post-apocalyptic society. Okay, pick a category.
Cut the red wire! Watch out, it's gonna blow!
That was close.
Too close.
Let's see what we got going. The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of Ping Pong. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Let's see how you handle this one. You're on the set of The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and you see a small child picking up ping pong balls. What warning should you give the youngster? No, those balls are worth $1 million. Get away from those, they'll explode. Careful, those balls are radioactive. In Priscilla, those ping pong balls were shot out of a strange woman's body cavity, and you know which one I'm talking about. By the by, I don't think that shot is legal under the rules of international table tennis. I need a category.
A question so real you can almost touch it. Filmed in spectacular 3D.
Say hello to. Get over it. He's dead. I'm giving out $3 grand for a right answer. Hey, do you remember the classic film Kid Galahad where Elvis plays a sports hero? Well, say a real sports figure had been cast to play one of Elvis's competitors. Based on the sport Elvis's character plays, what would we have seen on the big screen? Hulk Hogan putting Elvis in a sleeper hold, Roberto Alomar spitting in Elvis's face, Muhammad Ali punching out Elvis, or Seabiscuit feeding Elvis by a nose? In Kid Galahad, Elvis plays a boxer, so Muhammad Ali would face off with him in the squared circle. In this corner, the king! In that corner, the greatest! All right, hit me. This one's called Enough with the Die Hard Thing. This one's worth $1,000. You know how the entire movie Die Hard takes place in a single night? Well, if screenwriters had to pitch one setting movies in Die Hard terms, which film would be pitched as being kind of like Die Hard at a table? My Dinner with Andre, Table for Five, Naked Lunch, or Breakfast at Tiffany's? Bet you wish you'd pick this. My Dinner with Andre takes place in one restaurant at one table for 2 hours. Yippee-ki-yay, Mother of God, where is our appetizer? Category, please.
He's so prime all the time. 5.
All right, here's the deal. The stretch marks are 25 miles apart. How does $2,000 sound? Pull out your antenna and get ready to buzz. Let's say you get lost on your family vacation and someone tries to give you directions from the map in Lost in the Dust. What words of caution will they probably give you? You'll need floss if you use that bridge. Be careful on the hairpin curve. Watch out for the butt crack in the road, or the trail in the Tetons is treacherous. For the curious, here's the right answer. Part of the treasure map in Lost in the Dust is emblazoned on Divine's bare ass. And my advice is don't go looking for the 1 inch equals 50 miles ruler. Okay, pick a category.
Password.
Yeah, tell him 6 sent me.
Chew on this. Lynch mob, roly-poly lynch mob. 2 G's if you get this one right. Heads up, here it comes. Yikes! An angry mob made up of David Lynch movie characters is on the rampage in Hollywood. Which character would not get hauled in for being in this lynch mob? Laura Palmer, the Elephant Man, Barton Fink, or Eraserhead? It would have been so beautiful if you'd only picked this. Barton Fink is the title character in a movie by the Coen brothers, not David Lynch. Although, I hear Barton and Eraserhead are both under investigation for violating some sort of gravitational laws with their haircuts. Okay, I need a category.
7 is the number that I'm suggesting. He's suggesting 7. He's suggesting 7.
Okay, give it up for. Did you look under the couch? And you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Just step up and take a swing at this one. Imagine John Wayne's character in The Searchers is doing a computerized search for what he seeks. Given his hopes for the search, what search command should he use? Find fugitive and gold, find man dead or man alive, find girl not Comanche, or find gunslinger if you feel like it. The correct answer is... In The Searchers, John Wayne is searching for a girl who's been captured by the Comanche, but he's disgusted at the thought of her becoming one of them. It's a great flick if you can use the command delete, racist plotline. I need a category. Excellent choice. It's time to play Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat question is, the theater's full of them. Now I'm going to read off 7 movie titles, and for each one I want you to tell me, okay, maestro, if you think you know the rules, I'll go ahead and put 30 seconds on the clock. Let's dance. Personal best, lesbians or thespians? The Dresser. Bound. T for 2. Claire of the Moon. Kiss Me Kate. This is it. Let's make love. That's all she wrote. You lost 2 of them, but at least you got the majority. Let's look at your total score. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, hit me. For your enjoyment, if that's all you can be, forget it. And you pop a right answer, you got $2,000. You know, I love how in all those military movies, they have those catchy rhymes in their marching cadences. In fact, I love them so much, I feel like making one up right now. What would best complete this military movie marching rhyme?
I love in the Army now.
I laughed when John Wayne rode that cow. Shannon Tweed is something wow. Elvis sure acts good and how.
Or
Pauly Shore should take a bow.
In the Army Now is a military comedy starring the inimitable Pauly Shore.
Hated him in Biodome, left the theater and went home.
Category, please. And I believe this one's called, Oh, It's Just Divine. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Okay, gross out alert. In Pink Flamingos, Divine does something to prove his character is the filthiest person alive. Other than defending his title, how else could Divine benefit from his actions? He could save himself a Curb Your Dog fine, he could make his breath minty fresh, he could create a hog fetus, or he could provide himself with earthworms for fishing. In Pink Flamingos, Divine actually eats doggy doo in a scene at the end of the film. Guess all that training with Strasbourg paid off. Okay, that's round 1. Take a breath, cause it's time for round 2. Now remember, everything in round 2 is worth double, so heads up. Okay, pick a category. Coming at you, Martha Stewart's handy hints for human remains. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. Flex those fingers, cause here it comes. What nifty holiday gift could Martha Stewart make out of Steve Buscemi's character at the end of Fargo? Decorative flower bed bone chips? A disembodied head centerpiece? A bird? Buscemi gets shoved through a wood chipper in Fargo. And Martha recommends setting out your human remains in late fall to avoid accelerated decay. I need a category. I proudly present, they might be actors. Hello, we're talking $6,000, so pay attention. Strap on your helmet, we're going in. Let's say the band They Might Be Giants had written a love song for the movie They Might Be Giants. About which famous literary duo would they have been singing? Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, Catherine and Heathcliff, or Romeo and Juliet? Let's see what a correct answer looks like. In the movie, George C. Scott has delusions of being Sherlock Holmes, and Joanne Woodward's a psychiatrist named Dr. Watson. So whenever Holmes says the game's afoot, you know he's just bragging about the size of his pipe. All right, hit me. Let's give a nice warm welcome to, at least he has something to fall back on. This one can net you $6,000. Remember John Peters? That famous film producer from the 80s who dated Barbra Streisand for a while? Sure you do. Because of the skills he gained in his career prior to film producing, which of these movies would you expect John Peters to be most interested in remaking? The Firm, Shampoo, The Postman Always Rings Twice, or The Cable Guy? Before he became a hotshot movie producer, John Peters was Streisand's hairdresser. Hey, maybe they could team up and redo one of her movies. How about one called A Perm is Born? Okay, Hiya! The category, soup's on, and we're talking 2,000 for this baby. Fire up those frontal lobes. Here's the question. If Warner Brothers cartoon characters starred in an animated version of Fatal Attraction, who should get boiled to death? Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky. In Fatal Attraction, the pet rabbit gets boiled alive in a pot. So, bye-bye, Bugs Bunny.
Pretty hard to be wascally when your flesh is turning into liquid, eh, Bugs?
Okay, pick a category. This category is known as Macho Man. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. So, did you see that movie, My Cousin Vinny? Great. Then can you tell me this? What the hell is a ute? A stringed instrument, a person from Utah, a young man, or Marissa Tomei? Should have picked this. In the movie, Joe Pesci's character, a lawyer, is saying youths, but the judge hears it as ute. You gotta love a southerner making fun of how a New Yorker talks. Category, please. Uh-oh, French cutlets prime chore.
It's time for a...
There is no scum.
Your gibberish category for today is the electric Kool-Aid acid test. We're talking $10,000 prize on this gibberish question. Now listen up. Every second and a half, some of the cash is going to disappear, so if you want to win big, you got to be quick. Right then, get set to type in the movie title that rhymes with this phrase. Chillin' heads go bust tourney. First hint, it's about two dudes. Let's see what you think. Start. I love when Bill and Ted fall on their knees and scream, "We're not worthy, we're not worthy." Oh yeah, that's great stuff. I need a category.
The following question has been rated 17. No questions under 17 permitted.
Here we have Bad Banditos, what you gonna do? 2 G's if you get this one right. Hey, you know that TV show Cops? Well, say Gold Hat from the Treasure of the Sierra Madre made a guest appearance on Cops. Given his famous line, which item would he claim he does not need while making an arrest? A gun, a hat, a badge, or a warrant? Gold Hat is the Mexican bandit in the Treasure of the Sierra Madre who says, "We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges." Ironically, in this episode of Cops, Gold Hat busts his brother on an obscenities charge. "Pants? I don't need no stinking pants." Okay, I need a category.
What do we got out there?
It looks like 18, sir.
Well, what do we have here? A question you don't refuse. How does $2,000 sound? Okay, maybe you remember this. In the early 80s, Bananarama did a song with the lyric, "Robert De Niro's waiting, talking Italian." What movie was probably paused on their VCR when they wrote that song? The Godfather, The Godfather Part 2, The Godfather Part 3, or The Three Godfathers? In The Godfather Part 2, De Niro plays a young Vito Corleone almost completely in Italian. You suppose if Bananarama watched some porn movies, they'd write a song called "I'm Your Penis"? Okay, pick a category. The category is, my God, there are no more stars on it. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Okay, imagine this. Now that Fantasy Island is closed, Tattoo lands a job similar to his old one on the planet Tatooine. What would you most likely hear him yelling to his new boss?
The Galactica, the Galactica, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the X-Wing fighter, the
Tatooine was Luke Skywalker's home planet in Star Wars, so Tattoo would most likely see an X-Wing fighter coming in for a landing. Of course, he'd have to change his name to R2 Tattoo. All right, hit me. The selection is musical numbers that make you feel uncomfortable. I'm sending over 4,000 dead presidents if you get this one. Hey, did you see the movie Blonde Venus? In it, Marlene Dietrich does an electrifying number in a wig that looks like she stuck her finger in an electric socket. Given the rest of Marlene Dietrich's costume in Blonde Venus, which character from the Electric Company would be most interested in her performance? Paul the Gorilla, Fargo North, Easy Reader, or J. Arthur Crank? Here's what you should have picked. Marlena starts out the hot voodoo number in a gorilla suit. Hey, you know, when I finish hot voodoo, I usually light a match. Category, please. Time. All right, fine. You want to get to the attack? Consider it done. You may need this clue. Tell me a little about yourself. Me? Well, I'm about to do really poorly on a jack attack. No, I'm just kidding. Not really. Good luck. Time to check out what you did to your score. That's the game. Man, your score is through the roof. Very impressive. Too bad there's no other players around to impress. Guess this will be our little secret, because as far as the rest of the world is concerned...
You don't know Jack!
Great show, everyone. Very nice work. Raul, what are we doing now, babe?
Got the top spot on the scoreboard. Think you can handle the responsibilities? It's a lot like Miss America. Your tiara and jar of Vaseline are in the mail. If you'd like to play again while you're waiting for the mailman, just let me know.